What if I told you that one simple movement could completely transform your body? I'm talking about building muscle, burning fat, protecting your joints, easing back pain, and making everyday activities feel effortless. You don't need expensive equipment, a fancy gym, or even much space. All you need is your body, your determination, and the squat. This is one of the most powerful exercises you can do, and today I want to show you why it deserves a permanent place in your daily routine. The squat is one of the most natural movements we perform as humans. We've been doing it since we were toddlers. It's essentially sitting down and standing back up. But the magic lies in what happens to your body when you do it regularly and with proper form. Squats don't just target your legs, they work your quads, hamstrings, calves, glutes, core, and even your lower back all at once. That makes them a compound exercise, the kind that gives you the most results in the least amount of time. And here's the bonus. Every time you squat, your body releases testosterone and growth hormone, the same natural chemicals that help you recover faster and build muscle
more than make you look fit. Muscle is metabolically active, which means it burns calories even when you're resting. So the more muscle you have, the more fat your body naturally burns. Squats are like a fat-burning furnace you can light anytime you want. They even trigger the afterburn effect, where your body continues to burn calories for hours after your workout is done. Imagine getting that kind of payoff from just a few minutes of movement each day. But it's not just about burning fat or building strength. Squats improve your mobility in ways that most people don't realize. When you squat deeply and regularly, your hips, knees, and ankles move through their full range of motion. This keeps your joints flexible and healthy, which is critical for everything from walking and climbing stairs to bending down to tie your shoes. Strong, mobile legs mean you can move through life with less fatigue and more freedom. One of the biggest fears people have about squats is that they're bad for your knees. The truth is, when performed correctly, squats actually protect your knees and your hips and your lower back. They strengthen the muscles and ligaments that stabilize these joints, which lowers your risk of injury both in sports and in daily life. They also teach your body to distribute weight evenly, so you're not putting excess strain on any one area. This is especially important as we get older and want to stay active without
don't often realize is how much squats work your core. Keeping your torso upright during the movement requires your abs, obliques, and deep stabilizing muscles to fire continuously. Over time, that builds a rock-solid midsection that supports your spine, improves your posture, and reduces the risk of back problems. In fact, squats often do more for your core than traditional crunches, and they're far more functional. If you're an athlete, squats are a performance booster like no other. They build explosive power for sprinting, jumping, and lifting. They improve agility so you can change direction faster, and they build endurance so you can keep going strong whether you're on the field, the court, or just playing with your kids at the park. Even if you're not chasing athletic goals, that extra power and control makes every movement you do more efficient. Flexibility is another benefit you might not expect. A deep squat stretches your hips, calves, and lower back in a way few other exercises can. That means fewer tight muscles, less stiffness, and greater freedom of movement. For many people, squats can even help relieve chronic lower back tension by strengthening the muscles that support the spine and allowing the surrounding tissues to relax.
Good ankle mobility is key for balance and stability, but it's often ignored until there's a problem, like a sprain or persistent foot pain. Squats keep your ankles flexible and strong, which helps prevent those issues from happening in the first place. That kind of protection is priceless, especially as we age. What I love most about squats is how functional they are. They mimic movements you do every single day: sitting, standing, lifting, reaching. The stronger you get at squatting, the easier all those daily activities become. And because you can do them anywhere, at home, at work, even while traveling, there's no excuse not to fit them in. They also work the entire posterior chain, your glutes, hamstrings, and lower back, which are essential for good posture, balance, and preventing injuries. Strengthening these muscles means you can walk taller, move better, and reduce the risk of strain when you're lifting or bending. If you want to get the most out of squats, your form is everything. Stand with your feet about shoulder width apart and your toes turned slightly outward. Engage your core and keep your chest lifted. Push your hips back as you bend your knees, making sure they track in line with your toes. Lower yourself as far as you comfortably can without letting your heels leave the ground. Then push through your heels to return to standing. Avoid common mistakes like letting your knees cave inward, rounding your back, or leaning too far
for everyone. If you're a beginner, start with wall squats or chair squats to build confidence. As you get stronger, you can try goblet squats, jump squats, or Bulgarian split squats for an extra challenge. Advanced lifters might add a barbell for maximum strength gains. The point is, you can always adapt the squat to your current fitness level. The best part? You don't have to dedicate hours to see results. Just a few sets of squats each day can make a huge difference. Do them first thing in the morning to wake up your body, during a break at work, or after a walk to give your legs an extra boost. Pair them with push-ups or planks for a quick, effective, full-body routine you can do anywhere. The squat isn't just an exercise. It's an investment in your long-term health, strength, and independence. Start small. Do 10 squats today. Then try for 12 tomorrow. Track your progress for a month and see how much easier everyday life feels. Trust me, your future self will thank you for starting now.